那个位置下面好，可以。这样会不会太高？觉得可以低一点点。
不会，老师很完美，这一块。
Yeah, this is a very good.
哎，
你没有肥啦，
可以打一下。
没有人录音啊。
有，
快点陪我。
而且我手机点在录。
云轩，你听一下人有没有声音？
先录影。是可以吧？这页。我的线，
是，但是有打开，有延迟，但是有声音 delay。
你那边有看吗？
You may see myself.
看到我吗？
关掉，开始。
关了。
那你开。
你的手机有开着
讲话。
喂。
啊，对啦，手机啦。
关了。
是你手机开。
我手机开扩音，所以他那边会接到我手机的声音。
快点！
那你就看看，你关。
你关掉。好。手机好。
有声音。
好的。
在我旁边，我们紧。
好，谢谢。
Yeah.
Today I want to present
有。
Thank you.
for the exporting difference between Malaysia and Taiwan. Let us on the
怎么？你问我你做的比他厉害？
comparing the different of Malaysia and Taiwan. Well, discover how history, geography, and culture
我听我认真。
have shaped these evidence for food tradition. 你直接把我念就好了啦。
王启文，你可以，你念。
Malaysian cuisine rice and rich balancing of Malay, Chinese, and Indian include both separates after plant use of chili, lemon, gas, and tommy cash complete from our flavor portrays events that definitely try frying, show cooking, curry, and open pan rating and homemade coconut best coconut milk from the function of many Malaysian dishes. 下一页。台湾的。Taiwanese
哎，你是说马来西亚跟台湾对比嘛？所以你讲。
Taiwanese 什么 cuisine delicates founder with Japan and Chinese foundation. Fresh ingredients and the techniques on seasonal vegetable and seafood, maintaining natural flavor. Seasoning, light use of processed rice, wine, and season oil cash harmony. Texture that suggests that Taiwanese people often combine and filter sensor in a jungle dish. Presents preservation with sticky and releasing technology cash and unique.
哎，我没有录影啊，我先说，你等一下再讲一遍。
开始啊！这不是开始了吗？哇靠！昨天
那边有录影啊。
我们可能，所以我们可以直接拿那个上传吗？
不是要水一个，
没有，这个不用，
这个不用上传。
吓死我！
Rice server as the first patient, coconut milk and rice bracelets, both surprise cash separate. Taiwanese staple rice and noodles from the best. Strawberry and completely fresh vegetable feature from liberty. 下一个。
Probably the number one staple Malaysian dish is nasi lemak. Nasi means rice, and you can get it with or without meat. If it's served with meat, then it's typically nasi lemak rendang, chicken or beef. What have I got here on this plate? Rice, chicken, chili sambal, cucumbers, fried anchovies, nuts, and an egg. And yes, you wouldn't eat this with chopsticks. You're gonna eat this with a spoon. You should definitely eat satay when you come to KL. And so, Zach, what makes good satay? And maybe you can explain to us what we have here.
This is chicken satay, and this is a beef satay. Usually, you have to prepare this overnight, prepare it and cook it first before they, barbecue it. And this is one of the best satay in KL, Samuri Satay Kajang.
All right.
Satay Kajang. Kajang is a place in Selangor, which is north of KL. This is where the owner originated.
I noticed no pork, right?
No,
Muslim
no.
country, so you
No,
won't find
no.
pork satay here.
No.
Yes. What else? How do we eat this? What do you have
So
here?
this is the peanut sauce or
Okay.
gravy. This is a rice cake. This is ketupat, which is also rice. You dip it in the sauce, open like this.
Oh, okay.
That's a rice there. There's
How is
two
that
different-
rice different than this rice?
This is they put inside a plastic and cook it. This is they use the palm leaves. Then they boil it in hot water for a few hours. This is sweet. So if you would like to make it more spicier, you just add a sambal inside the gravy.
And I noticed they sell them individually, but they'll sell them by sets too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a set of 10 and 10.
Okay.
Okay. You can choose how many you want.
How much did this all roughly cost?
About 46 ringgit.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. About
10 bucks.
10 bucks.
Yeah. Good deal. Zach, are there any times when restaurants might be closed that people should be aware of?
Yeah, especially on Friday, they will close for Friday prayers, normally from 12:30 until 2:30. So just be aware of that. Even the Mama restaurant will close at least for 1 hour during Friday prayers.
So eat your Friday lunch early or late.
Yes, for fast food like McDonald's or KFC, they don't close. They're open throughout the day.
One of the things you should definitely eat when you come to KL is chicken rice, and we are at Zach's favorite chicken rice restaurant. Zach, show us how to eat chicken rice.
First, take the sauce, chili sauce, very spicy. Put it here, then you take a little bit of chicken here and also here.
This is the steamed, and this is the roasted chicken.
Yeah, some cucumber.
I notice you're not using chopsticks.
Now,
Okay.
you are eating rice with spoon and fork.
Yeah, all right.
Okay? So take some salad. over here and mix it up with the soup because the rice is dry. And you take a small piece of chicken and put some chili sauce on it.
Down the hatch. All right. Thank you for the chicken rice lesson. I love this dish and I've been doing it wrong all these years. If you like soups, you should definitely try the ba ku te. This literally translates to meat bone tea. It's meat that's been stewed for a long time in a herbal type broth. People say it often has a Chinese medicine-y type flavor. Maybe if you got a sore throat, might be good for you too. Let's try this. It does. I can taste all those spices in there. Very soothing. Definitely try the Malaysian style noodles while you're here. This is one of them. This is the fried mee. Mee is Malay for noodles. And here, these noodles, they've got shrimp, they've got chicken, they've got an egg on top. And like most things are served, they're served with some spicy sauce if you want to spice it up. And also another one of those limes to squirt on it. Oh, and make sure to get some coconut to drink too. You should definitely get some curry laksa while you're here. Curry laksa is a spicy coconut curry-based soup with noodles in it. It's usually two types of noodles, also often served with shrimp. This one's got chicken in it too. And what I also have here is I have tea tarik. This is cold tea, Malaysian style tea, where they literally pull it to make it frothy on the top. You can get it hot or iced. Another dish you should definitely eat while you're in Kuala Lumpur is char kway teow. And they're walked up fresh when you order. If they don't walk it up fresh in front of you, it's probably not the right place, move on. But I am eating this in the food court right below the Petronas Towers, walked up fresh. What is it? Well, it's some wide rice noodles, some shrimp, some eggs, some bean sprouts, with a little bit of chili on a banana leaf. Delicious. For a tasty dessert, you should definitely try iced chendol while you're in KL. It is a Malaysian style of shave ice. They shave it fresh for you. They put a lot of local toppings on it. We got like red bean, we got corn, just like some noodles made of pandan leaves, I think, and grass jelly. You can decide whether you want to add durian or not. Most chendol places will have durian as an addition. If you add the durian to it, it's going to increase the price maybe 400% if you do that. You should definitely get some shawarma while you're in KL, which might seem odd for a moment, but then you think Muslim country, shawarma makes a lot of sense. The #1 most popular place is called Damascus in Bukit Bintang. Lines there can be really long, but in the Bukit Bintang neighborhood, it seems like there's nearly 100 other options. The one I ate at was called Shawarma Street, just across the street from Damascus. No lines in here. Solid plate of chicken and beef shawarma, fresh cut, off the rack, some sauces, and a mango juice to drink. And the last thing to know, fellow explorers, that I've got even more videos on Kuala Lumpur.
For Lawrence's presentation, and I'm from Taiwan, so I will report the cultural influence of colonial rules on Taiwan. Because in this semester we have talking about lots of colonial culture, so I will add more detail and make a conclusion. Influence of Japanese rules on Taiwan. From language, some of Japanese words are used in Taiwanese talk point, like baku. It's meaning go back, and this is the same meaning in Japanese. And in the ancient of Taiwan, there have many business and daily life is affected with the Japanese, like convenience store. In this semester, we are talking about the convenience store is the special one in Taiwan. So it also is led by the Japan and like the hot spring culture, and in the history there have make the battery with sugar, rice, or tea to sort out those stuff to make money in a business. and in the agriculture and the urban planning. The presidential office building is made from the Japanese, and it's also the Taiwanese government, so it's still there. So if you're interested, you can go go to Taipei to watch it. And it's original building during the Japanese War. And the streets name and the city plan in Kaohsiung and Taipei because the economic with the Japan, so you will have many very clean streets in Taiwan. And some of the meaning of naming of Taiwan street is also interesting, like the small feature and age feature. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, in general, I think the content is fine, but the video is too long, and it will be better to have more of your own personal presentation. And then the conclusion about the Japanese rule influence on Taiwan is important, but it will just provide very limited and only few information. Okay. Actually, there's a lot, and we should include different aspects. If you can have the focus maybe just in Taichung area, maybe you can provide more detailed information.
Don't have take the detailed synthesis.
Oh, okay. So later she will do the presentation. Okay. All right. Thank you. So we will wait for the detailed explanation about what's next about the influence of Japan to Taiwan. Okay. So who wants to do the next presenter? If you have already submitted, we can go straight up.
But we have to film it, right? Because I have to upload it. Yeah. We need to film it? Yeah, we have to upload it.
No, boy.
I mean, you can do it again, but you have to upload which? Only the presentation, so I have to film it. The recording. So I don't have to film it right now.
Only your group
Slides.
presentation, and for the presentation, we have the video. So you don't have to do the filming by yourself.
She mean we recording it.
Recording here. The people online can still hear us. You just need
Okay.
to
So
do
to give me the-
presentation.
So I just
Yeah,
present now and
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
okay. Presentation.
You don't have what?
It's from I uploaded today.
Oh, the world class one?
It's from class.
Okay, yeah, okay. So
I mean, it should.
我的也可以继续。Ready for
Maybe this was the 13 should be maybe.
13?
I think I remember that mine was about 13 MB. Yeah, that looks about right.
Great. You have to check the intake, please.
Yeah. So yeah, hello guys. My name is Enrico and I'm from Germany. And I want to talk about the Taiwanese food culture that is actually, like the title says, more than just quality. Because, please. because my initial expectations when I came to Taiwan was my knowledge was very limited about the Taiwanese food culture, and the only things I knew were actually like the boba, bubble tea, and the dumplings. I knew that it's kind of a thing here, but actually my perspective on food is kind of limited because in Germany it doesn't play like this big of a role. And I thought maybe food have ingredients and taste, and in Germany I eat about my diet plan, and it's not about socializing and other stuff I will talk more about later. So my first night market experience was kind of overwhelming. Like it was the first time I smelled the smell of sticky tofu and all the sounds coming into me and the crowds, and I realized that food here is about more than just the ingredient, about the dietary perspective. It's about real to create social spaces and about to socialize with your one another and your family or your neighbors or like so simple as your classmates, right? And it's like a communal experience. And different than in Europe or Germany in my case, it's about sharing dishes. Like sharing dishes here is the norm. And this is maybe for us Europeans first a bit different, and maybe you judge it a bit, and it's a bit weird in the beginning because you're used to have your own plate, right? And it's a bit weird because maybe you would order something that you would like to try, and then you have to share all of it. Like you have to adjust your personal judgment a bit. And in the beginning, it's like a bit weird because normally, like you have your own plate in Germany, right? It's considered like bad manners to like look at the other's plate and to take. Maybe at home you do this, but normally we don't do this. But I mean, after 6 months here, it's like normal for me too. When we go to the night market, of course, I don't eat like the whole chicken alone. I share it with my friends. And so coming to my next slide, I want to talk about what I said before is the social role of food. So I talked about how eating together here is a daily way of showing care and connect, that in contrast to Germany. And they're often more like in Germany, like I said, like individual and scheduled, because I have my plan there and eat like straight of that. And it's not that common for us, at least because food is like too expensive to eat outside. It's not that common to make an appointment to like get food with someone else, especially in the young student age. Everybody will just cook at home, and we try to eat as little as possible outside. So it's not like the social aspect as here in Taiwan. I would define it here as a social glue. So yeah, coming maybe to the next slide. And that another aspect here of the food culture we all experienced here is that it reflects the local identity and the pride. I mean, we all being in the bamboo village, and we saw like about the bamboo they harvest and they integrated in their like cuisine. We all tried the really good one, the bamboo rice. And for example, the maybe it was not to our taste, but like it shows about their heritage and stuff, their indigenous style breakfast we had where we slept. And so what we can take away is that like this food tells a story about the region, about the people, the traditions. For example, we saw in the marriage where they drank the alcohol, they created themselves, and so we can see, and we skip one page, so that food is like a cultural encounter. And for me, I learned that I should start comparing from my own standards and how I grew up, and start observing like how does it work here. And I think it's an important skill for cultural integration to observe without judgment. I mean, maybe it's in the beginning a bit weird to share everything and to have like everything in the middle and everyone takes. Maybe you feel like you have to hurry up, otherwise the others will eat too much and you get empty or something, but it's not the case. So in conclusion, it's good. Taiwanese food culture is more than just eating. And I didn't just eat differently here, I experienced a new way of life. And if you skip one page, I want to thank you all like for joining the journey.
You create the term by yourself, social glue, or there's a theory about social glue. You create it by yourself. Very interesting. we say, to eat together is the way to do the business. Okay? And then in the past, we might invite people come and get together to have tea together. But later on, 请客, just eat together, sharing the food become a culture. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Okay, next, volunteers. Yes, yes. I think this is a nice box. You can turn around and look at people.
Which one is yours? This one?
Yeah.
Camera is that way, so. Maybe we
Oh,
don't have to.
it's all yours recording.
Yeah. We can turn 3 screens. Thank you.
Hi everyone, today I will talk about my cultural understanding in Taiwan, which is about religion and temples. So I will start with an introduction, then I will talk about temples as cultural symbols. I will talk about the practices and rules inside the temples, and I will give my opinion and why I chose this subject. So when I arrived in Taiwan, temples caught my attention because like they are hard to miss, like they are huge, and the architecture of temples is really different from basic buildings in Taiwan, and also the smell of the smoke, like even in the streets you can notice it. And they are everywhere in big cities, small townships, and mountains. So on this picture, there is the like biggest temples in Taiwan, which is the Hoguangshan Monastery in Kaohsiung. So there is 12,106 temples in Taiwan. They are for Taoists, Buddhists, or folk deities. People come in temples to pray for health, luck, academic success, relationships, and other like subjects about life. There are sometimes events in the temples, so I heard a lot fireworks, for example, and this can bring social interactions between people who want to come and pray in the temples. And also the temples has a stunning architecture. They are really beautiful and really uncommon. So now let's talk about the practice and rules inside the temples. So you can pray by burning incense. You can also use fortune sticks and moon blocks to receive answers about questions you have from the gods. And you can also donate in the temples food, flowers, or even money to the gods. So I wrote here 5 rules which are important in temples in Taiwan. So the first one is to be quiet and respectful. You also have to enter on the right on the temple, the right door, which is called the dragon door, and exit on the left door, which is called the tiger door. And sometimes in big temples, there is also a door on the middle, which is for God, so you don't have to enter in this one. You have also to bow when you enter, before praying and before leaving. You're not allowed to eat in the temples, and you don't have to step on the threshold when entering it. So I chose this topic because temples are really beautiful in are really beautiful places. Differentiate from the other buildings in the cities or urban areas. And also it shows like the importance of the religion here by the numbers. And they are really different from religious places in France. And so if you go down, there will be pictures about temples that they took. So the first one was in Kaohsiung. It's the biggest the temple I went in. So the second one is the interior. Here on the left was in Penghu. The other one was in Taichung. Here the first one was in Sunwoo Lake. On the middle is the interior, and I also I bought this object with a friend. It was for exam, I think, like succeeding exam. And I wrote my name in Chinese. So thanks for listening.
So nice that you have visited many temples and many temples. Thank you very much. You know, in the following 2 weeks, there will be one, I think, 4 films made by myself and introducing all the temples. And we will go through, teams. And so I hope that it will spend time to, take a look. Yeah, it's okay. Online. Yeah, because you don't have to come to the class in the following 2 weeks, but just get onto the online, and then we will play the films that I made and also the lessons that I recorded. Okay, so let's move to the next volunteers. You want to be the next? Okay, and share the video. Yeah, please. Yeah, show the video, and then you can add up information if you like. Okay, so let's take a look at the video together.
The video like 5 seconds before acting. Before what? So the video is like 5 minutes something. Can you end it like 5 minutes? It's like the last 5 seconds of me like oh why I cannot. Oh. You can't play, you just turn on.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Like stop it like right here. Right here? Yeah. Okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Do it.
All right, let's look at the video from Lauren.
Hello. I'm going to be doing my short video on Taiwanese bus culture. As you can see, it's very crowded.
Yeah, today is so crowded. I think it's because of the Dragon Ball Festival or something. Yeah.
We left from Ichong today, so it's mostly just like young people since this area is mostly for young people. There's like a mall and street food. 36 seconds. Okay, Lynn. What's your opinion on like the bus system in Taiwan? Yeah. Yeah, I have the same sentiment.
The bus culture.
Yeah.
Here, I think the driver sometimes they take care of the passengers and they won't drive before you settle down or you hold something like this. Yeah, like this kind of thing, so you won't fall down over something like that.
However, there are some that will see you like waiting for the bus and they'll keep driving.
Yeah, yeah. I met several times. In front of our university at the bus station. Like we're waiting, but I don't know why the bus just drive like do not open the door and do not stop. It's so confused. Can anybody explain that for me?
My thought process is like they probably think that another bus is coming, since 10 of them come within like 10 minutes or 2 minutes of each other. So, or they're just rude.
Or the bus like they already late for the next station or something, so they won't stop in this station.
Yeah.
I also noticed that like if you like take the night bus and like the passengers get in the bus in the front door. Yeah, in that front door. Yeah, that front door. And like the passengers will say like good night or something to the driver. Yeah, it's so like I think it's so quiet and sweet, sort of sweet. Like show respect to the driver, to the job, and something like that.
I have a hard time staying stable.
Yeah, because today it's so crowded and there is no seats for us, and the like this is not that steady.
To compare like American culture and like Taiwanese transportation, it's definitely more convenient than America. But comparing to Hong Kong, it's pretty bad.
Really?
Like, yeah, like in Hong Kong, all of their buses are 2 floors,
Oh.
and then like there's so many seats, and they come so like often. And then here, you sometimes have to wait so long, and then
Oh yeah. Some bus won't arrive. Some bus won't arrive in time. On time?
yeah. And then another thing, like they use Octopus, and you only have to scan when you get on the bus. But in Taiwan, you have to scan it when you get on and off.
Oh yeah.
And then for the US, when I use a bus, you have to like buy a bus ticket on your phone.
Say what?
You have to buy a bus ticket on your phone,
How?
like with an app.
Oh, I understand. Like I think in mainland we just need the QR code to scan and then get on bus. And it's really cheap. No matter at home, no matter how long distance you take by the bus, it's only 1/2 yuan. Yeah.
Wait, Lynn.
Then call you. Okay.
Lynn.
How
How
about
is
the bus?
bus culture in Vietnam? Okay.
Compare with the bus, I prefer the subway at home. Subway.
Yeah. So in conclusion, um, it is way more convenient here than in America. And you can survive here without a car, but in America you need a car to survive.
And bye.
Bye.
So that's your film. Yeah, this is like children. You want to try to make up or try to do more editing about the film because it's the final report. If it's take 50%, and then we definitely need to have something more. You can share this, no problem, but make it more concrete and not like this. When you are making this video, I believe you have a lot in mind.
Okay, talk about
So basically, public transportation is a big problem in California or like the US in general.
and like you really can't get anywhere with the bus because it's always late or like it takes like maybe half an hour to get there. So like if you miss one bus, then you can't take another. But in Asia overall, like it's way more convenient and it really matches like the fast-paced culture. And like I've had the privilege to go to like different Asian countries so I could compare like the differences. And I think Taiwan, like the transportation is not bad, but there's definitely room for improvement if you're not in big cities. And like I went to Hong Kong and the public transportation there was like the best I've ever like experienced because like their MRT, they call it the MTR, and it's like really fast and it goes like pretty much across like all of Hong Kong. And the buses are also bigger, so usually people don't have to stand. But in Taiwan, I guess it's like a smaller population maybe, so the buses don't have to be as big. And yeah, like basically the whole video is about transportation.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I do believe the bus in Taiwan, especially Taichung, is very convenient. And of course, it will be crowded because the population is big and the requirement is huge. Okay, let's move to the next presenter. Anybody from this area?
Hey, hello everyone. So my name is Bella. So today presentation about cultural understanding, cooperation between Indonesia and Taiwan. Okay, so this is our agenda: introduction, overview, cultural value. We're talking about religion and belief, language and communication, festival, modern culture and globalization, my experience in Taiwan, and the last will be conclusion. Okay, first introduction. I'm going to talk about why understanding different culture is so important in our global world. We meet and work with people from many backgrounds, and their culture help us to avoid misunderstanding and build better relationship. So we will focus on Indonesia and Taiwan, two unique countries with rich culture by looking at their geography, history, and religions. And next. Okay, so first, this is overview in Indonesia, archipelago nation with 17,000 more islands. Capital Jakarta, the population is the fourth biggest in the world, 270 millions. And our national motto is unity in diversity. Next this is Taiwan, located in East Asia. Capital Taipei, population around 23 more millions, and had Chinese majority, and known for tech innovation, night market, and rich tradition. Okay, so for the culture value in both Indonesia and Taiwan, culture is deeply shaped by strong family value. In Indonesia, people live in the collectivity society, which means they care a lot about their family and community, respect for elders, and modesty in behavior, and keeping harmony are important. People often gather for traditional ceremony like wedding, religious event, and community celebration. In Taiwan, family is also very important, but society has started to change. There is more focus on individual freedom, especially among young people. Still, people show strong respect for elderly teacher and education. Taiwan is a good example of how a country can keep traditional value while also becoming modern and global. Okay, next is religion and belief. In Indonesia, about 18% of population is Muslim. They didn't eat pork. Many making it the country with the largest Muslim population in the world. However, Indonesia is also known for its religious diversity. You can find like Christians, Hindu, especially in Bali, and some Buddhists in some region. And in Taiwan, religion is more blended. Many people follow a mix of Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. It's common for one person to practice part of all three. A unique part of Taiwanese culture is the ancestors worship, where family honor their relatives who have passed away through offering and rituals. Temples are very important in Taiwanese life. And okay, so like the next is language. In Indonesia, the official language is Bahasa Indonesia, which is spoken across the country. But because Indonesia has over 17,000 more islands, people also speak hundreds of regional languages and dialects. So when it comes to communication, Indonesia often speak in a polite and indirect way. This means they try to avoid saying this too directly, especially if it might hurt someone. In Taiwan, the main language is Mandarin Chinese, but many people also speak Taiwanese, Hokkien, and or Hakka and Thai. Especially at home in local communities, communication in Taiwan is usually high context, which means people may not say everything directly. Instead, they rely on body language, tone, or shared understanding. Politeness is very important, and people try to save face, which means avoiding embarrassment or shame for themselves or others. Okay, so for festival, because Indonesia have 6 religions, so we have Muslim celebration, and we have Yepi, so it is in Bali, Hindu Day of Silence. So in a day, there is no light, no electricity, no motorcycle, no flights. All the store is closed in the day. So if you want to visit Bali, so make sure when the Hindu Days is, because it's once a year, and because we also have population of Chinese, so we have Chinese New Year. We have Waisak also because we also have some Buddhists, and the last is Independence Day. And for Taiwan, we have Lunar New Year and Dragon Boat Festival last week, and Ghost Festival and Mid-Autumn Festival. Okay, so modern culture and globalization. In Indonesia, technology is growing fast. Apps like Gojek. Gojek is like Uber, but for motorbikes. And we have Tokopedia. It's like an online shopping platform like Shopee and Taobao. Show how the country is embracing the digital world. The population is very young, and many are active on social media and love pop culture. And for Taiwan, the country is well known around the world for its technology industry, especially TSMC, which make computer chips used globally. The society is modern with high literacy, great healthcare, and very LGBT friendly. And okay, this is one of my experience in Taiwan. The first is language barriers. Even I'm a part Chinese, but when I'm in Indonesia, I don't really learn Chinese, especially Mandarin. My family speak Hakka, but in Indonesia, Hakka and Mandarin is very different. For food culture, I think the first time I came to like market, I'm quite shocked because the smell. I thought it's some trace, but my friends say this is a food, and I'm trying the sticky tofu, and I'm surprised it tastes so good. Even the smell is, yeah. And I think some of my friends living together before marriage, because in my country it's really close-minded. So first time I come to Taiwan, I'm a little bit shocked. You can living together before you marry. Okay. And And for the class is conclusion and cultural reflection. Indonesia and Taiwan share some important values like respect for family, harmony, and tradition. But they also have clear differences, especially in religion, political system, and language. By learning about both culture, we start to understand people better, see things from new perspective, and move beyond stereotypes. This kind of culture awareness helps us build real, respectful connection in today's global world. And last is okay. This is my reference. So I make the PPT from this YouTube. You can watch it if you want to. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I like the Hindu in Bali. They have.
Welcome to East Meets Southeast. Today we're exploring the rich cultural landscapes of Taiwan and Indonesia. Two vibrant island nations, each with a unique blend of history, traditions, and modern life.
Without any Wow, interesting. I like that.
Taiwan is a small island situated off the south.
You save the earth safe, and then no lights. That would be interesting. And no sound and no noise. It's, I think we can wait. All right, let's move to the next. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You upload it? You upload? Did you upload it? What, this one? Which one? Submit. Oh, it's here, it's here, it's here.
This will be the spots.
This stand over there. And then
Microphone. You have your names on the front page. No. Okay, so you need to add it there. On the name of the field I wrote. You mean the file itself, and not the front page. Because it's the recording itself. Okay, go ahead.
Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about France, not just a tourist destination, but a culture in its own right, but with its values, habits, tradition, and a unique way to seeing the world. My goal for you is for you to lead this presentation with a better understanding of what it means to be French beyond Turkish. The geography is in the Western Europe, covered by the Atlantic Ocean, the Mediterranean Sea, the Alps, and 6 neighbor countries. Its area is about 550,000 km², and it has a population of 68 million inhabitants. France is very diverse. Tourists usually visit Paris because it's a capital, but French is full of the landscape for discovering, like the mountain on the Alpes beach and the French Riviera, Guinea, and the Burgundy, forest in Alsace. Each region has its own culture, accent, and gastronomy, but despite this diversity, there is strong national identity. The centralization of employees is an example of this, even local decisions open to the capital. The history of French. To understand French culture, we need to briefly mention its history. The French Revolution of 1789 was a major turning point. It marked the end of the monarchy and the birth of the sovereign people. The ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity were born here. Then came Napoleon Bonaparte, who spread this idea across Europe, but also became emperor. Later in the 20th century, France was occupied during World War II, then liberated in 1944. Since 1958, France has lived under the Fifth Republic, and it's a founding member of the European Union. Each historical event has strengthened the French attachment to democracy, human rights, and culture.
The culture and tradition. So French tradition reflect a strong historical and family culture. There is, of course, July 14, Bastille Days, the national holiday. It commemorates the storming of the Bastille, a symbol of the people's freedom. On that day, there are military parade, fireworks, and big dance all over the country. A more intimate celebration is La Chandeleur in February, when people make crepes. It's a warm, family friends moment. There is a fun superstition. If you flip the crepe while holding a coin in your hand, it brings luck and fortune. It's a cozy celebration, usually enjoyed with family and friends. I did not finish.
Sorry.
And the last one, then there is 1st April, known as Poisson d'Avril. Children and adults play prank, like sticking pepperfish on people's backs. It's a light-hearted day that shows the French love for humor and playfulness. This tradition makes humor, sharing, and collective memory. For the custom and the lifestyles, the French lifestyles is built around one essential idea: balance. The French seek to balance work, personal life, culture, and pleasure. Meals are long and often shared with family. Eating is not just for nourishment, it's a time to talk, connect, and enjoy. In fact, the French love having an aperitif followed by a long meal with family or friends. Typically, we might start napping around 6 p.m. and finish around 10 p.m. during family gatherings or events. Sundays are often dedicated to family. Many shops close and people take time to live, meet, go out, or enjoy walks and activities. Cafes also play a special role. They are a place to meet, debate, or simply enjoy solitude. Every true French person has spent time in a cafe, especially students or city dwellers. For example, my classmates and I love going to the bar after class to talk and relax, to drink beer or coffee. At work, punctuality matters, but in private life, schedules are more flexible. The French love their freedom, even when it's come for the pop and music and art. Art is everywhere in France. It's almost a cultural duty to love it. In music, icons like Edith Piaf with La Vie en Rose made French music known worldwide. So did Daft Punk in electronic music with global hits and Grammy Award. Newer artists like Aya Kanamura reflect a modern diverse culture. She even talked about in the 2024 Met Gala, something French people are very proud of, and represented French adore.
The cinema, French cinema is famous worldwide. In fact, the Lumière brothers invented cinema in France. The country has always had a strong focus on film, which is seen in major events like the Cannes Film Festivals. the most prestigious film festival in the world, held every year in the south of France. It brings together the biggest stars and best films from around the globe to reward the best directors and actors.
The craft is also very important in France. We have a lot of museums. You can see three different museums. The most famous are behind in France and in Paris. But art in France isn't only found in museum. It's in architecture, fashion, design, art, and even in the streets. There are also powerful symbols that every French person recognizes. The first one is Marianne, is a formal figure representing the Republic. She is found in every town hall. We have the rooster, the French folk, a national symbol used in sport, known for singing even with its feet in the mud. We have the famous the Eiffel Tower, a global icon that today symbolizes French elegancy, and to conclude the motto Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, so in English, virtue, equality, from an official building. The symbol reflects value, identity, and national pride. So, and French cuisine is the cornerstone of this culture. It's not just about what we eat, but who and why we eat it. When people talk about French food, especially foreigners, they often think we eat croissants and baguettes all the time, which is probably true. But I also think we eat a lot of snail. Personally, I've never had any, and honestly, it's not that common. So let me show you some typical dishes from different regions. Okay. So here we can see different gastronomy and food that we eat more. There are differences between the region. So at the top, we can see the Breton. We eat especially in the north. We have also the ratatouille and cassoulet that we eat in the south, and very like for the summer for the ratatouille. We have also Kifarin in the north also, and Copa in the Icelandic coast, a very powerful local cat with a rich aromatic flavor. So to understand France, not just to visit Paris or its a croissant, it's mean understanding culture rooted in history but open to the world. A culture that value art, discussion, freedom, and above all, the wonder of living. Thank you for listening.
Very nice introduction about France, especially the slide, the front page and also the last page. Yeah, they have a very like the logo, yeah, especially like the colors. And the food, of course, is very interesting. And I believe in different, because France is also very big. And then all the places, they might have their own symbolic food. Yeah, and so that photo, yeah, I like the way that you present. Thank you very much. And also one slide you mentioned about the culture. Yeah, that's part punctuality and long meals. I think it's very difficult in Taiwan, to have long meals. Yeah, because maybe only holidays when you have time together with your friends or your family. But most of the time, our meals is always very quick. Yeah, very different. So yeah, very interesting that you point out you have long meals, but it means that you must be wealthy enough in order to have one space and then people can talk and share food together. Okay, now let's move on to the next. You want to try?
Hello. Okay, so hello everyone, I'm Leo, and today we're going to talk about Taiwanese night markets. So night markets are one of the most distinctive features of everyday life in Taiwan, and we're going to see why it's more than a place to grab something to eat, but it's also a symbol of Taiwanese culture and Taiwanese food tradition, and it's also a social space to have some connection with people. And in this presentation, we will explore deeper meaning of the night markets in Taiwan. It's the next slide, please. So, okay, so what makes them special? So, night markets are a blend of tradition and modern life. Night markets, they began with like small gatherings of food and food vendors near temples and village centers. But after they grew into a large, like organized event that takes place almost everywhere in every city in Taiwan. There are like night markets like Shilin, Raho, Yuhu, and they attract like thousands of visitors every year. It's one of the most like important parts of Taiwan because they represent like Taiwanese society and it's like very important for public life and the communities there. So like people of all ages and backgrounds come to eat something together and to have like some interactions, and that's pretty nice. Strangers sit next to each other, and the vendors they notice the customers for the community. And Taiwanese night markets are famous for their street food. Like each region has their own specialty, like beef noodle soup and muffin bread. And vendors are always like inventing new dishes and new snacks by mixing stuff together, like takoyaki with Taiwanese sausage or deep fried bubble tea. And they always innovate some new food. And night markets are very important for like international tourism because it's very famous internationally. Next slide, please. So what it taught me, so I come from Paris, so I'm used to like a fast-paced, individualistic lifestyle. And eating at home is normal, and cooking at home is normal. And we try to eat outside the least as possible, as it's so expensive compared to here. And Taiwanese markets, night markets, like taught me how to like appreciate like more food and open myself to like eating stuff that I wouldn't have eaten, like for example, stinky tofu. And it's really an experience and a culture, and it brings like people together. So yeah, next slide, please. So night markets are dynamic cultural spaces that express the Taiwanese lifestyle, and everyone should. Every country should aspire to have like the same food culture as Taiwan, which is very nice. Thank you for listening to me.
It will be nice if you can really show some of the photos that you experienced Taiwan's night market. Yeah, you don't do that too often. Yeah, I know it's interesting to visit night markets, but definitely not every day. Okay? But I think you can improve your slide a little bit more to be more informative. Thank you. All right, so let's move to the next presenter. Over there? Oh, okay, you want to? Oh, okay. Yeah. No time to waste.
I'm doing a video and with the case from the elementary school.
Alright.
对呀，你不能运筹了呀。我不能，哦，这是干嘛？哦，这是干嘛？你又不带我。
没什么大愿望，没有什么事要干。看见路口红灯一直闪，它像眨眼的小太阳。乌云爱情大胆，你在头上吹不散，我抓在手里捏成棉花糖，什么烦恼不能忘。既然是路一定要转弯，任何风景都漂亮。揉揉疲惫的眼睛，静下来看一看，美好简单。你看小狗在讲述也会笑，风声在呢喃，不如好好欣赏一秒迷迷糊糊的浪漫。只要一觉醒来，床单洒满阳光的温暖，不去想，不必想，不用急急忙忙说一个答案。笑一笑就灿烂，唱一支歌就舒展，收集一点一滴小美满，都是幸福的花样。没道理的开朗，打扮平凡的日常，找到自己最合身的衣裳，只要自己够喜欢。至少还有温柔的眼光，还在夜里看月亮，心情谱得再慢，也要留一扇天窗，岁月很长。你看小狗在讲树也会笑，风声在呢喃，不如好好欣赏一秒迷迷糊糊的浪漫。只要一觉醒来，床单洒满阳光的温暖，不去想，不必想，不用急急忙忙说一个答案。你该相信什么，就把世界看成什么样。偶尔难题加点重量，也要轻轻地旋转。所以无论如何，起点后关，小小的狂欢，笑就好，哭也好，今天就是明天最好的对白。笑就好，哭也好，自己就是自己最好的陪伴。
That's it. I cannot see what you want to say.
These videos are recording by the kids. Like I gave my phone to them, and I don't know they're recording this for me and with them. And like at the moment, I feel so happy, like surrounded by them. Like they are so patient to me, teach me how to do the crafts, and they tell me about their culture, of their ethic, and also the girls. I think the girls said something like, she said there's some boys said she's not pretty enough or something, like some stress from her growing up. And we talked a lot, and I said like every girl is really pretty. Do not listen to them. They're not value to you. Their opinions is not that value. If someone say that you're not pretty, it's not your fault. And like I feel like sometimes girls is growing up in a really tough way, and they met a lot of stress than boys maybe. And I'm so happy I can be there, talk with them, and encourage them, and like that.
And they also said like I'm so pretty, like kind of like this. They wish they could be when they grow up, they could live in my way or something like that. And I'm so glad. And I think I'm not good enough, but they tell that to me. I think, oh, I get confirmed by them, and I think maybe I can do something better to influence others and bring others warm and friendly feelings about the world. So, and I think I feel so good about that. And the boys, like when in this age, I think they're also cute and friendly. But when they grow up, maybe like if they surrounded by me, I feel scared. I think. Yeah, but I think so. When I living, I said grown up in a good way, and I wish like kids is so good and wonderful. I think they are native enough and they keep some good aspects from humanity at the beginning. I wish they could keep it until they grow up. And my attitude towards this world is also like that. I think everyone in a good way, but I do think there is some people that they are not that good. But I won't change my mind because I saw some beautiful things in the world, so I would like to believe in it, and I will still live in the world in a positive way. And I hope I won't change my mind, no matter what I suffer. Yeah. Thank you.
No, because our lesson is more about culture. Okay, so I hope that even though you have a very interesting experience interacting with them, but it will be helpful if you can make it, like more related to your cultural understanding. Yeah, just the social interaction and the experience is nice, but the video doesn't really give me too much of your understanding of the Thai culture. Okay. Because I mentioned this is final report. Okay, so yeah, be serious about the contents of your report. All right, and then next. Thank you.
Which one are you born? Do you know your name in Chinese?
Yeah, Williams.
No, but like in Chinese, which one?
Go ahead, Ian.
Oh,
Is
no.
that last one which you're playing this game?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Lilian, I'm from France, and today I will present the 7-Eleven in Taiwan. So 7-Eleven in Taiwan, much more than a convenience store. It's present like over 6,000 stores for a population of 23 million. There's literally one on every corner of the multiple same neighborhood. So like every word is like 7-Eleven. It's much different than in France, and it's open like 24/7. So that makes them a central part of daily life in Taiwan. The available service. So what's shocked the French? Wide variety of hot meals, Taiwanese, Japanese, Korean dish, microwave, and include. The bill payments, for example, like when you have to add money on your bus card and everything, it's in 7-Eleven, like even the Family Mart. The parcel pickup and drop-off fully integrated logistics service used by million. For example, in France, it's like it's like different store, and in Taiwan, it's only one store. So it's why it struck me a little bit. The online shopping pickup, and also like Yes, they can sell train, also the train ticket. I've been to Kaohsiung and had to, like, I had to pay my ticket on my phone, but get it like in real in the 7-Eleven also. So everything is in 7-Eleven. So what a surprise for a French visitor in Taiwan, that you can practically live off 7-Eleven alone. That are none of the cleanliness, efficiency, and speed of service. Staff are trained in many roles and always helpful. And the high integration with digital life apps, QR code, digital payments. So in conclusion, Taiwan 7-Eleven is not just a store, it's a service hub, a cafeteria, a post office, a kiosk, and roll into a compact always open space. So that's why we choose like 7-Eleven, because for me, like everything happened in 7-Eleven, you know, like in France you have like different stores for everything, and here like you just really live like with only 7-Eleven. That's it. Thank you for listening.
The topic is very interesting, but I hope that in the future we can try to say something more. If we only have 7-Eleven,
I hope
what will happen?
I swear you can only live here with 7-Eleven.
Yeah, you can survive with 7-Eleven, but what if we only have 7-Eleven? There's no culture. Yeah, so it's important. Yeah, it's convenient, and that's why it's just have so many stores. And then it's interesting to see that every store, every corner, you guys, convenience store. It's very convenient. But in a way, the convenient life just make you have no other wishes. You just get there and then you have everything you need. For me, I worry. Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because there are many things we hope that we can continue and survive if we can have some tradition that, you know, in 7-Eleven, everything is modern. So you don't see something old, from the store itself. And so I feel worried, especially in the urban area, in Taichung mostly. In my hometown, we still see our grocery store like my hometown, around a grocery store. So personally, I have, it's my enemy, my family's enemy, but not me. I myself go to 7-Eleven. Okay, but it's interesting to see that grow, and then not only 7-Eleven, but many things. But this is a very interesting topic. I like it very much. Yeah, thank you for bringing it up. Okay, we still have 2 more. Come on. And later I will also play the video they have already presented, okay, and submitted. Ready? Okay. Okay, yeah.
I'm Yongji. First, the new markers that is located over mountains this. Then came of the middle Neolithic culture in central Taiwan, dating back about 3,400 to 4,000 years. And other but cultural relics include black pottery, stone knives, which show the living conditions of the local ancestors. Next is the Qingxuan Military Village Culture Park, which preserves the military village buildings from the Japanese colonial period to the period of the nationalist movement to Taiwan. The underground contains the Joshua Bracket
logical site, and the above ground buildings show the types of officer residences in different periods. In recent years, through activities such as artist residency and the large scale installation art exhibitions, more people have come to know and experience the trauma of military dependent village culture. This is the Taichung City Port District Art Center, which was established in 2000. Is a public art and culture venue under the Culture of Spirit of the Taichung City government. It has exhibitions hall, performance hall, and the artist archives irregularly hold exhibitions and activities such as painting, photography, and the sculpture, the architecture style imitates the Minnan copy art, the interpreting tradition and the modernity and has become an important cultural landmark in Chengdu district. Finally, I would like to introduce Chengdu's best delicacies, including rice cake, meatballs, rolled nuts, fried cakes, and tapioca bowl ice. Some people eat raw noodles and the fried cakes from breakfast, and the tapioca bowls ice for dessert after meals.
So you didn't do the report in the beginning because you were late. That's why this is as part of the report. So actually you have 3 people making one slide together. Now I get it. Okay, so that's why it's important, every time when you do the PowerPoint presentation, the front page, and after that, you must have the content so people will know what are included and what to expect after that. All right, thank you. So, your turn. This is a nice place compared to Shalu. That's how I feel. There's a whole history, yeah? The neighbor, so if you take the bus, you just go straight. After Shalu is Pinker.
Hello everyone, today I want to introduce the culture, the Taiwan culture in film production, because my major in Taiwan is mass communication, so I want to introduce those culture. The culture number 1 is opening ceremony, and we call Kaijing. The culture is bless the start of the filming for safety and success and no accident. Before the filming start, we call Kaijing, and they will have a table to set up with traditional offering, such as 3 kind of meat like chicken, pork, and fish, fruits, wine, insect. Yeah, and sometimes have paper money, because we need to show respect to the spiritual host and ask for the protection for cast, crew, and equipment, marks and official and lucky stuff. And I want to share a true story. The first time I filmed in Taiwan, and actually I don't believe that stuff, and so I don't go to temple and pray, but when I shooting at the production, the equipment always get some problem, like the camera always overheat, our data is losing, and our SD card and my memory card is always lose. After the next week, my instructor told me you need to pray. You need to pray at the temple. So I bring myself, my equipment like my camera, go to the temple and I pray here. After that, it's okay. It's like set production until finished. The culture number two, the red envelope for the depth scene. When an actor play a corpse, ghost, or any kind of supernatural character, they receive a red envelope we call Hong Bao. After filming, this envelope usually contain a small amount of money or lucky charm. So like you giving the red packet to avoid the bad luck and the negative energy. And the Guai snack on equipment, actually you can go to our department, you can see they have a lot of Guai because Taiwanese believe when you put the Guai on the equipment, they will work very smoothly. Like you keep the equipment can stay.
Do you agree?
Not really.
In my office, you know.
Yeah, in our
Let's office and
in our department also. Yeah, and only can use the green color Guai. If you use the other colors, it doesn't work. Yeah. Next. And the culture number 4 is burning the true paper. When you're filming at outside film, when the rainy day, you can draw the turtle and you can burn it. Like pray to not the rainy day is go away. Like used to pray the rain to stop, especially the outdoor events. The phrase "Wu Gui" sounds like "Wu Yun Gui," which means the dark clouds return. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's
You
fun.
know how to draw Gui?
No, actually, I don't believe
It
that.
will be interesting, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Like we holiday superstition that but it works in some areas, you know, just like knock the door before you come in. You know, somewhere it happened in my office before. Yeah, one time, right? You have knocked the door so that the door will open. And then Ukwe, the same. Some people they do believe in this. It's just like in Japan, you know, they will hand 那个什么娃娃，晴天娃娃, the sunny doll, you know, and it's a custom to them. And so like that in Taiwan, if you draw a turtle, if you don't draw, then you will get wet. Right? If you draw, maybe the sun will out. Will be out. We don't know. But quite that stuff starting from TSMC. Can you try Google TSMC? It's not a. You say TSMC and Guai. And then Guai become famous because of this company. You know, they studied everything and then put them by the machine and the machine works. And then starting from that time, then they have this story. So you can look at the Guai culture. It's taking place everywhere, even in my office, you know, international office. Can't believe that, but they are doing that, and they believe in that, and it sometimes works. So what can I say? Just something fun. Okay, and then let's show the film that made by the first group, Maria, their group, right? I may so fun. But do you still have the link in our line? Thank you. But if they haven't uploaded, then I remember I put the deadline until tomorrow. Yeah, for all the files. So if you want to improve your film, you can still do that. Okay, you still have time. Because it's 50% of your assignment. And I hope you will get very good grades. Because you all have very nice ideas. Okay. They all send links instead of, okay. I mean, like with Scratch. Yeah, why you?
I felt in scooter yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
But I'm okay. It's the night I wasn't able to work.
So you can work with that well?
Without, I can work.
Okay, yeah, but still, yeah, it's better you have some.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you need a drive, I have car.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's.
To the bus stop or to somewhere.
I live really close from schools.
I can give a ride. Yeah. Downhill. Yeah, to the front. Okay. All right. So just wait. Okay, so let's look at this video together and remember to share the screen. Thank you.
这个是另外一组。
Okay, 没关系，可以分开。Because they are not here. So you just play the video.
Hi guys, today we're going to talk about our trip to Miaoli, where we visited indigenous school and where we also had some nice traditional Taiwanese ritual and experience. Yeah. So guys, what's your favorite thing about this trip?
Yeah, my favorite thing about the trip was when we did the marriage simulation. It was really interesting to have an insight on the Aboriginal culture.
Yeah, I think I really like the dance. I really like the music and that kind of vibes. That was really nice.
Yeah.
How about you?
I like to play basketball with Marcos on the court and have so many girls. I like to play basketball with girls. Yeah, it makes me feel so strong, bro. You know, it's so cool. And I think the food is good.
Yeah, the food was really
good. It was especially nice when we were doing mochi with a huge steak, right?
Yeah,
it was very tasty.
And we tasted too.
Yeah, it was a hard.
Yeah, it's just one big. I don't know how to say it.
It was the dough.
Yeah, it was quite heavy to eat it. It was tasty.
Yeah. But I think it's a little bit dirty. You know, everyone's hand
Yeah, I think it's the Aboriginal culture. So hello guys, my name is Marcos. I was in that trip with my guys. I had the opportunity of being involved in the activity of Aboriginal culture. I got to choose a wife. It was really fun. We approached to the culture of Taiwan in a deeper way, which we wouldn't understand it if we wouldn't go there before. And I think for me, my best activity was also playing basketball. My wedding was interesting. It was unexpected, but you know, we have to respect their culture. So I appreciated that they chose me for doing that. What about you guys? What was the most impressive thing you found in your trip?
Honestly, I really liked the scenery when we took the bus on the way there. Like the mountains were really pretty. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's true. Like
the mountains so good.
The monkeys too. We saw monkeys. We saw monkeys.
Really?
In a track, yeah.
Where is really? It's fake, bro.
No, it's not. We saw monkeys in the track, bro. I swear. Yeah. In the rail, yeah. Because it was divided into 2 days. The first day we went to the school, but we didn't talk about the school. We helped kids in a remote school, small one. After that, we went to the hotel. We spent some time together, international cultural mixing. and we had dinner. We played basketball.
Basketball game.
Basketball
Yeah,
game.
we talked to the kids,
Yeah, to the kids.
So what about the food? Do you like the pork soup?
I really like the
The rice or the rice in the bamboo?
That was bamboo soup, right?
Yeah.
Because it was the special time of the year. They were harvesting the bamboo.
Yeah, it's the first time we ate bamboo, so it was a really interesting experience.
With the sticky rice
For
out
real.
of inside the bamboo.
Exactly, there was a stick of bamboo with the rice inside. They cook it itself like that. It's interesting.
Do you like it? Do you like it?
Personally, I prefer normal rice. Yeah, but it's also interesting to try new ways of cooking.
Yeah. I heard that the bamboo is so expensive at that time.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's
Because
everywhere
it's
there. You
because
can
it's-
find bamboo everywhere, so.
Yeah,
I
but
know why it's
maybe the
expensive.
time is different, you know. At that time it's expensive, but if the other time maybe it's not. Yeah.
Depending on the season, you mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Alright. What about you, Mateus?
I really like the bow shooting and the tour around the school and the whole village because we could see the traditional buildings where they cook, where they were like classical classrooms made of bamboo too. So that was really cool. I really like the tour guide told us about the history of the place and that we could just spend time with locals, play football with kids, just shoot bow with them, and in general, like really dive into the history of
Yeah, like
this.
dancing on the fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the hike, it was good, but it was a bit too short for my taste. We would have liked a longer hike. But
Yeah. Although the whole area of the hike was really nice. It was super quiet there. And yeah.
You know, in my opinion, I think it's a deep travel because if we travel without our teacher, we can't go to the deep. You know, it's so deep. We can find a small village, we find a small house, small private school, and we can to talk with them. But without teacher, without the Providence University, we can't go there because we don't know.
Shout out to Providence University. Thank you from
Yeah,
here.
thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity. We learned a lot. Shout out to them.
Okay.
International office of her. Also, Alanda. Shout out to her. Thank you so much.
Okay. What would you say to future students who will come here on the next semester and they will be wondering if it's worth to take this class and to take this trip too? What would you tell them?
Yeah, honestly, it's worth it to take the class so that you like understand more of your surrounding in Taiwan and more of the culture. So
Yeah, because I think
and 3 credits, you know.
we only had to pay for
everything,
housing for one night, but all the rest was covered, and I think the trip was planned quite nice. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's a fresh thing for me to live in a room, in the same room with Germany and the Polish man. It's so funny, you know. I can't sleep because these two guys are all talking about something I just heard. Oh, it's funny, it's so funny, bro. I can't sleep. Yeah, we can't talk. Sorry. It's good. It's a good experience, I think.
Yeah. International culture experience.
Yeah, it's super nice to bond more with people that you go to class with, right?
Yeah. Coming back to your question, I couldn't advise them about this subject because I don't have it, this course. I'm a volunteering here. I'm not kidnapped, I swear. But I had the opportunity of going to the trip and I feel it was really insightful and a really good opportunity for us to be surrounded of the actual culture of Taiwan. Because maybe some people would think that Taiwan doesn't have culture at all, but it really has. And these kind of activities show you that if you go deep in the nature or deep in the cultural way, you will find precious things that you wouldn't if you stay in Taichung City, in Alta, hanging out in the club, drinking.
Oh, how about the time that we...
Drink with moderation, please, 1 second. Drink with moderation is so important. Alcohol is a drug. Okay.
It's
important. It's important.
So official. Yeah. How about the time that we spent time with the kids when we were doing those bracelets?
Yeah, it was really nice.
I think yeah, it was the you mean the bracelets? No, it was a queuing. It was a queuing.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah. I wouldn't make it by myself, so I really appreciate they helpful. They were really helpful with us. Yeah, it was interesting too. What do you think there?
I think, I'm a man. I can't do it, I think it's women's work. I can't say that.
No,
I can't say that. But okay, it's only about my opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think
We're free.
it's hard.
Here, this is a podcast. We can speak whatever we want.
We have no forbidding, right?
Yeah, we're not in China. Remember.
Bro. Okay. I think the guys in there. I think they're international. They heard so many Chinese songs and they sing it for me, just like 八风来财,来财. Everyone sing that. Yeah, I don't know why, but they know this song and they play the.
Yeah, and they also know really international memes.
They know so many games, so they always want to talk with me with the games about the games, about the PUBG. They like to play PUBG. Yeah. I think they live in a village and they don't know it, but it's not. Okay. Yeah, they have so many knowledge about it. Ask me, what kind of game to play? What's your level?
I think we're done, right? We're running out of time, right?
Yeah.
I think we're good. So thank you very much for.
No, keep going, because you want to check how long.
Alright, we're in post-production checking how long we are. We should be.
It's 11 minutes so far.
So they were just
Let's just do
think of
like
something to say.
Yeah, final conclusion, I would say, come to Taiwan, visit Taiwan.
Yeah.
Visit also South Arabia.
It's a beautiful country. With good food, good people, very nice people. And yeah, if you have the chance to have an exchange here, I think it's memorable. Yeah, it's gonna be memorable for you.
Yeah. And I really appreciate this class too, because it really introduced us to Taiwan, to all the culture.
And it's cheap. It's cheap. Only costs
And apart from appreciating all these activities, I appreciate you guys. So thank you very much for gathering today here. We can have a common hug if you want.
What should we do?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. See you.
Thank you for watching my TV program.
Anyone want to make a comment? No comment. Well, I think they forget many things. Okay, but yeah, this is not the video that I'm expecting. But I'm actually expecting the video that Maria they just shared in the very beginning, right?
Sheipa National Park, and here we have the tribe with the tattoos that we will show you now. For the women, if they are really good at weaving, you will have a V-shaped tattoo over here, and also on the forehead as well. And this is given out by the witch of the village. And for the men, they have a tattoo just on the forehead and one on the chin as well. And they get it if they hunt a boar or if they kill someone, but that's like in the past when each tribe had their own territory. As long as they did not cross that boundary, they would not necessarily kill someone, but if someone crossed that boundary, you could kill them. But you would always worship the head of that person in your own home because you ruled someone's family, so it's important to keep worshiping and helping the other family that lost their person.
Hello, who are you?
I'm Melissa, I'm from Belgium. I'm Sandra, I'm from Spain.
And where are you?
We are in the school of the Atajalan tribe.
And what are you doing here?
We're going to see a presentation of the kids and to know more about the culture.
And you can introduce me as well.
Oh, and the one holding the camera is Maria from Estonia.
Yes. And this is the place. That was the entrance. That is the school. And what do you think so far?
It looks good. Yeah, it's like it looks a lot more modern than I thought. And on the way here, the views were very beautiful, like the mountains and stuff. And the colors of the tribe was really cool.
And how was the bridge? You liked it?
I liked it.
Okay, that's good. Okay, good. Say bye.
已经完成，所以呢，就是在婚礼所有的流程，然后第二圈。好，给他掌声鼓励，加油打气！看那个很给力，然后想结婚的，然后大家。
You like the film? It's a good ending, right? Okay, yeah. Well, next week, as we will also play some films, and I hope you will all get a night. This is from Philip. Okay, so yeah, let's enjoy one more. Sorry. And he also took the film of the campus the day we have the full Master Degree Festival.
Hello everyone, I'm Philip Kai. I am 22 years old and I was here in the culture class this semester in 2025 and I really liked it. It was one of my favorite classes I had here in Taiwan. I was studying for a semester abroad here in Taiwan at Providence University and it's slowly coming to an end. It's going faster than I thought, like it's already gonna be over in the next 2 weeks and in my head we just started it. I'm really upset about that. Going back to Germany is gonna be a hard change for me. In this video I want to talk about the Taiwanese culture I got to experience and maybe some differences to Germany. And for example, what I would like to start with, one of the biggest changes for me was living in such an environment here in Asia. But I really enjoyed it, even though my apartment didn't have any own kitchen, so that was quite a change. Going out for dinner every time, I couldn't think of that doing it in Germany, but I enjoyed it here, so you don't have to do the dishes, or you can eat what you want, and there's a lot of food around here as well. The Taiwanese culture or how they are living life is just connected to each other and everything feels much more lively than in Germany. And for example, even going to the supermarket, it's so different because here in Asia, I don't know how often I've been to a 7-Eleven or Family Mart. It's probably twice a day, and in Germany, if I go to a supermarket, it's probably twice a week. So that's a big difference for me as well. And now we're already talking about food, so I can continue with, for example, the nightlife or the night market. And the Taiwanese culture is, I think, super different to what I have experienced before that, because night markets, we don't have them in Germany or anything like that. And I think it's super cool to have something like that where you can eat, hang out with friends, and I don't know, walk around, go for shopping. You can pretty much do everything at a night market. And in general, the culture is just going out together and doing stuff together, and I think that's one of the biggest or the best things here about Taiwan, that you're spending your time together with other people and not by yourself. And of course, if we want to talk about something different, when it comes to Taiwan, the landscape, the nature is just amazing. When we arrived here, it was super cold, that I didn't expect at all that it's gonna be that cold. And after a few months, it got super hot. So there's nothing in between, it's either cold or super hot. And I really like the nature or the landscape. For example, when we were at the culture trip that we did with this class to the mountains, I really enjoyed it. It was the first time for me being in the Taiwanese mountains, and I really liked it going there. And in general, the cultural trip we did, I think, was one of my favorite experiences here in Taiwan. The whole trip itself was pretty cool. For example, going to the school and greeting all the kids, seeing how they be happy about us coming there, and trying, for example, the bamboo rice was quite an experience, and walking around there. And then of course the night was pretty interesting too, and I liked it that we all were there together and we spent our time there together. And for example, I had another class as well, the international marketing class, and we were at some schools and an elderly home, and I think that was pretty exciting and interesting insights as well, because I didn't think that I was going to an elderly home here in Taiwan. I think it was just interesting to see the similarities or the differences between our elderly homes and the elderly homes here in Taiwan. And the same thing is for the schools. I found it super interesting to have like a lesson with the kids and teach them something, but in a playful surrounding. I think this was really one of my favorite moments since I've been here in Taiwan. So in general, about the Taiwanese culture, I would say like the things I appreciated the most was just the kindness of everyone. You don't have to be scared of anything or going out alone. No one is going there to harass you or anything. And for example, if you're in a situation where, I don't know, you don't have anyone to help, or you just seem like you're stuck in something, they're always there to help you. And for example, ordering in restaurants, they're always trying to translate it to you or trying their best to speak English, and I think that's pretty cool. And to conclude all that, coming here to Taiwan to study here for 1 semester abroad was one of my favorite experiences I've ever had in my life, and I'm not regretting it with anything. I would come here back anytime, and I love just all the things I already mentioned. So, and all these things I think came together in the cultural trip, and the food, the nature, the people, and all that just made this one of my favorite experiences here in Taiwan. Thank you for listening.
Do you agree? Okay, thank you very much. Do we still have someone? No, I think that is for all the presentation made by the class today. Okay, thank you for your participation. And then for the following 2 weeks, what we will be doing, maybe we can explain to show us a little bit what we will be doing. And of course, we will send you the link, okay, of to get online. And then we will be playing the film that I have recorded. 其中一个吗？还在你那边。都还没有过。Well, it's not ready yet, but I will share, and then maybe to online group as well. But mostly we will be playing during the class hour, okay, of the from the teams, and so that you will watch the film. And if you cannot get online by the time of the class, you can just feel free to watch it offline. Yeah, but it will be necessary to add up that you really do the film watching by yourself, or you can do it together on this daily play when you have time and listen. And because there will be topic about the religion and the temples in Taiwan, and also talk about the tea culture. Okay, those are very symbolic cultures, and also the immigration culture, because Taiwan is an immigrated country. Most of people, majority, they are from outside of the island. Okay, so it will be interesting for you to get to know some of the culture in the following 2 weeks. Okay, So that will be all. And then if you still want to, kind of improve your report, you can still do that until tomorrow. So the system will close tomorrow, and then your grades will come out very soon, maybe a week later. All right. So I hope you have a very nice trip back home, and then hope you all do very well in your final report and presentations and exams. And enjoy the last few weeks in Taiwan. Make fun. Have some fun. Okay. Bye bye.